With us live on set is Bill Essayli, first Assistant U.S. Attorney for the Central District of California. Welcome back to the story. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
In layman's terms, what is the case? What do you say is happening here?
Yeah, so these are individuals who are obtaining a hospice license to operate a hospice. As you know, it's for people who are terminally ill and they're expected to die soon. And then they're signing people up to be beneficiaries. So they'll meet them at a market or wherever, and they'll say, hey, I'll pay you $300 cash a month if you let me use your name to sign you up for hospice. And so some people do it unknowingly, unwittingly, and some people are doing it for the cash. But they're billing Medicare about $5,000 or $6,000 a month for each person that they sign up. And so for the folks we arrested yesterday, I mean, they all billed millions of dollars. And it went to their personal pockets, their mortgages, their cars, vacations, and that's mine and yours money. That's tax money.
And when people think of hospice, usually people, unfortunately, pass away within like 3 weeks of going into hospice, but not the people you're talking about.
Correct. So the name of the operation was called Never Say Die because their survival rate is over 80%, and that's actually the inverse of what it should be. The survival rate after 3 months, 6 months should be about 17%. So it's a huge indicator that these were fraudulent operators.
Dr. Oz, who is now sort of overseeing Medicare for the Trump administration, was on Fox earlier and said that they have closed 221 hospices in 10 months here in Southern California, which is quite something. How big of a problem is this, not only here, but around the country?
It's a massive problem. So what Dr. Oz has told us from his unit that oversees the Medicare spending, there's 800 hospices just in LA County. That's 1/3 of all hospices around the country are being operated in LA County. That's not right. He says almost half of those could be fraudulent. So it's a massive problem.
And this is something that your department is looking at sort of as a larger fight at this point. Now, Governor Gavin Newsom is responding to all of this because there's been a back and forth between you all. He says there's been a ban on new hospices in LA and that Medicare is a federal program. Let's put up on the screen what his press office put out. He said that glad the government is finally stepping up to do their part. State has been taking action for years, including suspending 280 plus licenses and banning new licenses since 2022. Big question, will Trump pardon any of them like he's done to so many fraudsters before? What's your response to that?
You see how he politicizes everything? We're going after fraudsters here, and he wants to make it political about the president. This is what the American people want. Look, this is the way it works. The federal government is the piggy bank. We're the money. The programs are administered through the state. So every single one of these fraudulent hospices, they have to be licensed by the state of California. They're responsible for overseeing the licenses. They're responsible for regulating doctors and nurses. And the California auditor has said California needs to enact emergency regulations to crack down on this fraud. And they were supposed to be enacted by January 1st, and he hasn't done it. I don't know why not. I can tell you, having been up in Sacramento, there isn't a lot of interest in Sacramento to go after crime or fraudsters or send people to prison. They want to close prisons.
You were previously a Republican Assembly member, for people that may not follow California politics that closely. So in terms of where we go from here, you put out a thing on social media suggesting you guys are hiring more because this is such a big problem. I mean, tell us more about that.
Yeah, so we are definitely hiring. There's been natural attrition and also a lot of attrition when people in the department did not want to be part of the new administration, or they took the Doge severance, which was very generous. So in our fraud section, we have half as many lawyers as we probably would have at this current time. We're doing probably more work than we've done before. But the Department of Justice is hiring. So if you're a young lawyer out there, maybe you're at a firm and you want to actually be in court and do trials and serve your country, I'd encourage you to look at working at the Department of Justice.
Because clearly there's going to be more on these cases. I mean, last night we heard from Todd Blanche, who is now the acting Attorney General. We have no idea how long he's going to be in that role, but he mentioned this among the first things, this particular case, your case. Well, I mean, we're going to see more of this across the country, right?
Yes, the Vice President has made this a top priority, and we're working with his task force on fraud. This was the first big operation under that new task force, and we're going to get the resources that we need to do these cases.
And for critics who say this is a cynical attempt to highlight Gavin Newsom in a negative way when he's about to run for president, you say?
Fraud is the #1 issue for taxpayers who pay taxes every day. We're going to go after fraud wherever it is, if that's a blue state or a red state. And I think the state should work with the federal government and not criticize us.
Bill Essayli, thanks for coming in. Great to see you. Appreciate you sharing your views.
Thank you.
Let's